remember.
I want to go to like one map or one or two maps that I'm amazed that you guys still have these demos. That's really cool. Hang on, I'm going to hop off that server for just a moment to look at this demo. Where is it? That's not it. This is it.
Okay, but yeah, as I was saying, the camping desert, I mean, it shows you where to move the mouse. And what I don't really like the idea behind it, because the game kind of tells you where to look, where to do the stuff, so you don't actually do it yourself. I mean, you obviously still do the mouse movement, but you don't feel the actual angles, because back in the early days when you learned the game, there was no helpful stuff like that. You literally had to like try and error and figure it out by yourself.
Yeah, but I think it doesn't help a lot in CPM because you usually do strafe only turns and yeah, I don't know.
Oh no, it helps a lot. It is like a big advantage actually. I started using the camping desert in like 2007 or 8. And it is like a major advantage.
Trying to give a quick tutorial on it. So if you see in the mid bar, guys, there's the top bar is acceleration. The bottom bar, the mid bar is the acceleration points that you want to hit, and there's dark green bits is where you want to put your mouse to accelerate. It's really bad explanation, but that's essentially what it is. I will turn it off though because it's ugly as hell.
Yeah, I personally never learned that.
Shit,
but
I
yeah.
didn't even show people that. Hang on, I'm an idiot. Let's do it again.
Oh, you didn't? Okay.
Alright, so top bar is acceleration, guys. Mid bar is the dark green bars where you want to be putting your mouse when you're strafing in order to get that acceleration. You can see when I am strafing left to right, the red bar is expanding a bit, and you can see the acceleration. Anyway.
It's not on the screen, but oh, it is. No.
Yeah, no, I failed hard, so. Yeah, okay. I got it down.
So yeah, that bar or that snap HUD, camping guys HUD would help with strafing a lot if you're just starting out, but pretty much you just learn your muscle memory. You get used to it that way.
Yeah, that's what it helped me with personally. Like, I'm only giving myself the noob perspective because, as Wesp said, it helps with learning, and I really found that it did help a lot. But after a while, I kind of turned it off because I realized that it did make me want to throw up every time I looked at it. And eventually, you do get that muscle memory, and it kind of goes. But I could definitely see how it's something that could be consistently helpful. Like,
yeah, in my opinion, it's like a huge advantage. That's my opinion.
You can get, like, especially when you're getting those high speeds where you have to really sort of mind.
Oh yeah, you have to kind of be like pixel perfect, and that helps like so much with it.
Yeah, I can definitely see that. What's this? There's a Kronos map. What are the two ones? Do you remember the two runs that you did in your West movies?
I think it was called Kronos _CPM run, and then 3 and 5, but I'm not sure. Try if that works. No?
Oh, I got one. Yes, this is the one I'm talking about. This is the one I was thinking about.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I remember playing this one a lot, and you had a... When I saw you do this run, I never played the map again, because, again, I would never have gotten a better score. But
my time from the Wesp Stress movie is actually not that fast.
Yeah, I'm edit, guys. Is it not? It looks... Well, it was seconds faster than
Well, for
mine.
the time it was pretty fast, and it was like a world record, but it got beaten by then, and I also improved it by a lot shortly afterwards.
Oh, okay.
This map I remember a lot for some reason.
For me, it was one that was played constantly on public servers in 2008.
Oh yeah, it was like really popular around 2007, 2008. It was like one of the most popular CPM maps.
I think when I was at the point where I could actually complete a map, like my strafing was almost bearable, then this was one of the first ones I was like, yeah, now I'm going to actually go full serious mode, or try hard mode, or whatever. And I will possibly no clip at some point to show what the end looks like. Because you will see, is this in Wesp Strafes or in Feel?
The first one, Wesp Strafe. Yeah.
And it goes down here, and he's actually almost at the end now.
Is Kronos still around? Does he still do maps?
I don't think so. He promised me to make like a map for me, like Chronos-Wesp, but he never did.
He
Bastard.
disappeared.
He makes really, really nice maps.
Oh, yeah.
In my opinion.
I just think the styling of it is brilliant, and that's the end right there in front, guys. So I thought this was just a fantastic map, to be honest. Should we go over to run 5?
Sure.
I don't know if this is going to be one I remember. Oh yeah, okay. This one was great as well. Let's have a look. The stairs at the beginning, though, man. I have punched my table so many times because of those stairs.
You didn't get the double jump?
Yeah, no, I just like mind blank every time I went over it. It was terrible. I think can you guys still hear me all right? I know my Skype.
Yeah, I can hear you fine.
I think
Yeah.
Cuss might be having some trouble. Yeah, he's just been dropped from TeamSpeak. All right, we'll get him back in a moment, guys.
Oh yeah.
Someone asking how many active players are there in DeFRaG at the moment? Is there a way?
That's a question for Nebula, I think.
Yeah, Nebula.
I would say maybe 200, something like that.
Yeah.
I mean, there aren't that many. I mean, and then you look at the competitions. I don't know, maybe 20 people. It's pretty low, but it's a really tight community, so it really works out.
For me coming in, when literally I don't look really at the server list on the DeFRaG website, I kind of just click on the multiplayer bit on DeFRaG and I get on a server which has 1 or 2 people. Those servers fill up, to be honest. Like, I can get on a server and within 30, 45 minutes we can get like a full server of people going, and then you look on the server list and there's a couple of other servers that are filling up nicely. So it's not like there's dust everywhere and you're never going to find a game of other people. There are still people playing this, guys, and it's still a hell of a lot of fun. And it's a strangely like satisfyingly rewarding game when you play, even after so much time that it's been.
What do you think about the kind of upcoming clones? Like there's Reflex and the Project Rick.
Well, Reflex isn't kind of doing the whole DeFRaG thing straight away, but Project Rick is like, I think, directly competing or cloning sort of Warsaw and DeFRaG and things like that. I think it's cool because at the moment I really don't think there's a good enough platform for a game like that. I'd really like to see a game accessible on Steam with actually a budget that tells people, hey, play this game because we've got some fun features to offer you. So really, it's tough for me to say if any of them are looking good because I don't know what their plans are in terms of attracting players, and I think that's the most important thing. I don't know, it's better you answer really. Would you play? Okay, first, what do you think of them, and would you play again if there was anything active?
I don't know, I liked the movie, it was pretty interesting. Like, obviously it had like a bunch of new techniques, like the surfing and those wall jumps that are not in DeFRaG but in Warsaw, I believe.
Yeah.
And, I mean, it looks interesting, I would probably have a look. But I highly doubt that I would really hardcore grind it as I did back in the early DeFRaG days.
If I compared you to Cooler for a moment, Cooler, big pro, he was lucky enough to earn lots of money through you know, Quake 3, Quake 4, Quake Live. Would you consider coming back just on a casual basis, even if there were tournaments for like Project Rick or something like that, just a you know, maybe like $100 tournaments or something like that? Would you come back and say, you know, screw it, I'll have a laugh for a few hours over a couple of nights a week?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Really need to try out the game first and see like how it feels, if it's fun. But I don't know if I really would like to spend like so much time in the actual learning again.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously I wouldn't start at 0 because the game has like a couple of similarities to DeFRaG.
Yeah.
So I would definitely have like an edge to like a complete newcomer.
Hang on a sec. Cass, can you join the Skype call again? Sorry, man. Sorry, I was really slow at adding you again. If you join the Skype call, we might be able to get that video working again on the cameras. I did not realize how late it was, guys. This show has been going on ages. I don't know how to round up the show because we've asked lots of different questions. We've got the history that we want to talk about. Navina, do you want to touch on that?
Yeah, I can do some like a quick overview of it.
Mm-hmm.
Like when it first started. Let me just pull up the page here.
So let's see if I can get KOS on KOS. Why do I keep calling him that?
So I just posted the link in chat for people to follow along.
Yeah, please. Hang on a sec. I need to. Cos, can you hear me?
Yes, no.
Can you jump onto Skype?
Yeah, I'm trying.
Okay, sweet.
All right, so I guess I'll start out with how DeFRaG came to be.
Mm-hmm.
It's originally French, and there was a guy called Belzel, or how you pronounce it, Belzel, and he originally came up with the idea. The original name was, if you can pronounce that, so I don't embarrass myself.
Wait, so it's provided down? Not that I would do any
Yeah.
justice at all.
I'll put it in TeamSpeak.
Le défi de Frag Dome. The défi? So I know there was probably a couple of French people watching, especially if Brazilian Hook is still watching. He'd kill me, but so that was what it started as?
Yes, that's the original name, and so Belzel had the first idea of DeFRaG, and then it started with a French news site called Fragdome, and this was around the 2000 time period, the year 2000. They just tried to have a single challenge, like a single trick at once. Usually rocket jump, strafe jump, circle jump, stuff like that.
Okay.
Okay, then there was a popular mapper called El Neo, and he was also French. Let's see.
This name I even remember.
Yeah, he was really old mapper, so it's usually the original guy was CGG, Cyril Ganton, the original programmer for DeFRaG. So the first version number was 1.0. It came out around September 2000. Let's see, and for some reason they incremented the version numbers. They went straight from 1.0 to 1.4 for some reason, instead of going like 1.1 or something. Let's see.
You're reading from notes.
From the little page here.
Oh, fair. So, how does it feel knowing that French people invented DeFRaG?
Hey, I have no problem.
You okay? You're fine?
Yeah.
That's surprising. I had no idea actually. That's very cool actually.
Camping Gas is well, he's Polish, but he's kind of Polish French.
Okay, fair.
He made like lots of useful stuff.
That name really confuses me. I have no idea. Every time I say Camping Gas, I just think of that damn bars across the. Why is he called that? Or why is that why? I don't know. I don't even know what the right if there's the right question to ask.
I don't know.
Which guy?
Camping Gas.
Oh, yeah, I don't know. You have to ask him.
That's confusing.
Yeah,
name.
he revolutionized so many things in DeFRaG.
Mhm.
Like he's the one who made like the acceleration head, obviously, and what else? He made like the overbounce detector.
Oh, so he did actually make that stuff.
Oh yeah, he did it.
Okay.
Like he's really, really insanely good at math and programming.
Mhm. Yeah, that's
he-
an insane tool actually. Yeah. Don't you?
I
do
still
some
remember his demo on DM6. I think this is the demo everyone knows, like when CPM is apparently for bots or anything, this bot demo of his. It's so good.
Oh yeah, I think
Yeah,
it was DM17 or something.
DM17,
Yeah,
right?
Oh yeah.
Well, where he's just botted the ridiculous
Yeah.
jumps across. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's fantastic to watch.
He's also the person who kind of discovered the ground boost.
Hmm.
Well, actually, it's called gas boost, but ground boost works as well.
But does he just claim the names?
Yeah, since he discovered it.
I mean, I guess fair enough, you know. But it makes it confusing. I like ground boost because it just kind of like does what it says on the tin, you know. But I'm not trying to take anything away from you, camping guys, man. Badass. Didn't you?
I don't think he's watching, but yeah.
Does he? Is he still around?
Not in DeFRaG actively,
Hmm.
obviously. But I still talk to him on Skype, like all the time, pretty much.
Oh, cool. I'm trying
I
to.
know, like if I know a few, like maybe 2 or 3 other people from DeFRaG still are in active contact with him as well.
Hmm. He doesn't like check in occasionally just to see what's going on.
No,
Ah,
no, he
okay.
doesn't really care.
Fair enough. Shame. Ground
I think he
boost.
was more interested in Quake 3 itself
Hmm.
rather than DeFRaG and that kind of stuff, and then he just like provided his knowledge and like
I guess because of the open source and what sounds like someone who'd like to dabble with it, it
Yeah.
probably worked for him quite well and for learning and stuff. Do you do a bit of coding and stuff like that, Wesp?
a little bit
Hmm.
actually. Well, not really anymore, but in university I had to learn a bit of Java, but I hated it actually, and then also C++, C++, both of them.
Hmm.
And so I kind of taught myself a bit with the Quake 3 source, so I made like a bunch of useful comments, like a dynamic map load system and stuff like that. It was like when, like, just like a stupid example, when you have like many PK3 files in your folder,
Hmm.
Quake gets slower, so I changed it so that they are like all externally, and when one is needed, it just loads it dynamically,
Hmm.
and like some stuff like that.
Sweet. Nebula, is there anything more that you want to touch on with the history?
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, I was trying to go from like a timeline or something, but so they have so there's a run mode. You know, everybody knows the run mode. It's just a timer to timer. There's also accuracy mode, and you can shoot targets until you get the last target, then the timer ends.
Mhm.
There is a level mode. There's alternate ways of finishing, like collecting keys and stuff. I think it's a level mode. They have they have fast caps mode, which is just CTF or just trying to get the fastest time and flag capping. Training mode. Let's see. I don't know if people use training. There's freestyle, of course. Then you have PQ3, which is like PQO, or Quick 5, the original PQ3 movement, and then you have PQL, which is CPM. And then I think we should discuss about Overdrive PC, which originally, I think we have already, but some of the forums is where a lot of those people used to post the DeFraggers and stuff. We have just a whole load of demos that would come out pretty much every day. People would post all the time, and they post their DeFrag times, they post freestyle, they post different techniques, and that's where most of the new stuff came from. And
PC was great. It was really like the only community hub for DeFrag at that time, as far as I remember, because there were no like social networks or other stuff back then, so there was basically only RFC and OPC, and OPC was good just to store demos, just to post your times or freestyle things or whatever. It was very active for some time.
Yeah, that was at the time when the game was like so much less competitive because there were no timer-based competition in maps. It was like mostly about freestyles and trave pads and that kind of stuff. People were like kinda, even in the early days of DeFrag, when timers came around, people were like kinda actively working together to find like shortcuts and that kind of stuff. And that like gradually went away as soon as like the online record database came in and stuff.
Yeah, and that's when Mouse Potato came to be, which is the German record database that's online, and it's like what Quake 3 DF is today, and yeah, it's like the early incarnation of what it is today. It's a bit more advanced. You have server demos now. You have you have cheat protection, somewhat cheat protection, and you have all those the map database, which you didn't have back then. Well, you had some sites like Quake3asites.net, and you had people like Moomin, Jamster, Shorty administering them.
Didn't Mouse Potatoes belong to Moomin or the British guy? I don't remember.
I think, was it Shorty? I think, yeah, those two running the server.
I think they were also called mini servers at a time.
Yeah, they were.
I hope all this stuff can get incorporated into a new game. The thing is, it's going to be annoying if there's a new game which feels totally different to DeFRaG, if you know what I mean. But do you think you can actually make a successor to DeFRaG viable that feels anything like it?
Sure, why not?
But something that would actually something that would actually attract, something that could actually say double, triple, quintuple the size of the player base.
Well, what I think makes DeFRaG so successful is because of the Quake 3 engine and the physics possibilities.
Yeah.
And most games today don't have that.
Yeah.
Not to that level.
Mm.
There's so many exploits. There are some, engine exploits. They're meant to be, and they're kind of unintentional, but you can really capitalize on their being there.
Have you ever thought that DeFRaG's too complicated? Any of you, whoever wants to answer that?
Too complicated as in what? Just
so
in
many
general?
different things you can do: ground boosts, overbounce, plasma boosts, swabs, which is, I guess is like overbounce.
Well, all that stuff
strafe.
didn't exist in the early days, pretty much.
Yeah.
Back then it was like overbounces didn't exist at the very beginning either.
Do you think?
Thing-
Do you think it would be better? Do you think it hurt, or do you think it helped DeFRaG?
I think it helped.
Yeah, probably. It
Yeah,
made it
for
much
sure.
more appealing to new people.
Yeah.
Like attractive, yeah.
For sure, even the strafe jump is a bug to the engine. So
That's an integral
Some-
part, though. That's That's like something you can't
Yeah.
take away.
exactly, it's unintentional, but it's really cool.
Mm-hmm. I'm just
I
curious.
can't-
I'm just curious.
Yeah, I can't go into the technical details of strafe jumping, but Wes certainly could. He even wrote a guide about it that I remember.
Oh
How to
yeah.
get a good second jump.
Yeah, how to get like a air change or something. I don't remember what the thread on the OPC forum was called. It was like in 2003 or 2004.
Yeah,
I've done some very short guides on it. The thing is, not many people actually focus on the second jump. They either focus on strafing as a whole, or just the circle jump.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it's kind of easier in Quake Live because you can jump up the stairs without them stopping you.
Hmm.
And yeah, they put that piece of code in so that you don't get stopped up the stairs easily. And you can't do the ground boost or the tail jump, I believe.
No, you can't.
It creates a slick surface for a moment of time where you can gain speed. But unfortunately, you can't do that in Quake 5. So
No,
that's
no.
where Quake 3 reigns supreme in that regard.
So would you feel like if anyone took any of these features from DeFRaG, it would be like pulling apart your limbs in some weird, less sadistic way? So
if they had the physics capabilities, yeah, I think I would like that game.
okay. So
Yeah, I mentioned that before. I played Reflex, for example, and in CPM terms, it was pretty much like DeFRaG. Obviously, I haven't tried like whatever many trick jumps with weapons, but the strafing on itself is pretty much like CPM.
yeah, I know it feels very similar. It doesn't have wall clipping, which I'd miss, but it's something I wouldn't miss for long, you know.
Yeah, I like it for fast caps or narrow maps. It has this distinct thing. I like it.
Guys, it's getting pretty late at the moment.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna wrap stuff up. I've got to really thank you guys for sticking with me for. It's been a pretty damn long show now, and I know that you guys are also around for like an hour or so, helping me prepare. Let's wrap things up. Cos, is there anything you would like to? How would you like to finish your evening on the stream?
To be honest, I was here totally spontaneous. I didn't prepare anything. I was just here, and thanks for having me here, and I enjoyed
Pleasure.
it. So everything good.
Awesome. But what are your final thoughts on the DeFRaG World Cup round 6 as well, Cos?
On how the runs were completed, I really liked it. I loved the CPM runs, and as I said, I tried as many ways as possible I could do myself. And I didn't even consider half of them. Like once I've seen the demos, there are so many ways. I really enjoyed that.
Sweet. Wesp, thank you, bro, for being on. Is there anything you'd like to touch on or finish on? Oh, our cameras just went absolutely bananas there.
What happened here?
Oh, it says you've reached your 4-hour limit.
That's new. I haven't seen that one before.
How guys? Let me try. Can you guys hear me on TeamSpeak at all?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, you can hear me. Right, let me recontact you guys. Alright, remember to mute yourselves on. Let's see if we can get this up and running again.
Also need to mute again in Skype.
Trolled by Skype.
Oh, sorry, I thought I did. Okay, our cameras are still messed up. Guys, we're going to have to finish the show on messed up cameras, but that'll be okay. Oh. Can I hit the spot? I clearly can't. So you guys are going to finish the show seeing the top of Nebula and Wesp's head. Wesp, as I was saying, is there anything you'd like to finish on, or and also just finalize your thoughts on this round and the DeFRaG World Cup in general?
Actually, there's not really much to say. I mean, we saw a bunch of interesting routes, a bunch of mistakes in the demos too, like room for improvement. And yeah, gonna be interesting, especially for the next map, to see what people come up with.
Definitely. You gonna keep watching? To keep it like
Yeah, for sure.
Probably. Yeah.
Sweet. Anything else you want to say, Wesp, or are you all clear? Conscience cleared?
My conscience is pretty clear, I would say.
Sweet. Well, and it's been awesome. I'm really glad that that you came on. Looking forward to at least trying to get you on for some time. It's been in the planning for a long time, even though you didn't know it. Nebula.
Secret plot.
Exactly. Liths was plotting with me.
Oh, that sneaky bastard.
Nebula, is there anything you'd like to finalize on?
Yeah, I apologize for not doing a thorough history. I had stuff written down, but kind of doing it live, I kind of screwed it up. So let me post a link in chat so you can read up fully on that.
Okay, sure. So
the people in chat, if you visit that link and you read the rest of that, then it really explains it thoroughly. So next week there should be some really great demos. Maybe not as great as this week.
Don't say that. It'll be amazing. It'll be better.
Yeah, it'll be the best ever. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see what people do if they go for one key before the other, or I want to thank just Wes and Cause for being on here, taking their time out to discuss DeFRaG and everything.
Oh, you're welcome. Thanks for having us.
That's about it. I'll answer more questions in chat if you want.
Sweet. Yeah, again, big thanks, Cos, big thanks, Wesp. Of course, our trusty co-caster, co-host, Nebula now. You must be getting used to this by now.
Yeah, I want to thank Skype. Thanks, Skype, too.
No, screw Skype. And thanks everyone for watching as well. I hope that you all enjoyed the DeFRaG. If you've got any questions, Nebula will be around. I don't know if Carlos and Wes will be lurking. Of course, next week, Monday, starts the playoffs for the 125 FPS, but round 7 is going to be Sunday at the same time, 2100 Central European time. So enjoy well, actually, we're no longer in the weekend if you're in Central Europe, so enjoy the start of your week, and we'll catch you very soon. Ta-ra!